Hey everyone, welcome back to I Totally Love It. My name is Susan, and in today's video, I've got a little bit of a thrift haul. I did try to go the month of October without buying anything, but I said if there were some deals, I was going to go check them out. So I did. And this is the second video you're going to see. Um, so let's get started. Um, I'm filming today, October the 21st, and this week, one of the local thrift shops had a special on their books. They were 2 for $1 if they were hardback and 3 for $1 for softcover. And it included cookbooks as well. And when I go in there, I check out their craft department as well. This is the store where I've got the little series of edge punches, and you can change out, I think it's American Crafts, so you can change out the little design. Um, and I got charged for every little piece. That was all right though. It was for a good cause. And I have found lots of uh, like stationery there and copy paper and other office supplies. I never really bought books there before, so let's get started. So I actually went back twice. But I'm going to put both of those hauls together. This came from the second trip. I went back because there was a set of books that my youngest daughter, who's in high school, that she enjoyed reading, and it's like a whole series called Warriors. If you're familiar, it's like cats, and they're like warrior cats. Anyways, there was 4 of those, but it's a huge series of books, and she said she wanted them, so I said we'd go back for that second trip, and I'd take her with me. And so we picked those up, and we found like 6 other books dispersed throughout the other shelves. So I'm not going to show you all those because those are already in her room. But on that trip, I picked up some vintage patterns. So this one has a date. This one has 1966. This is the Simplicity 6851, where you can make a robe and a slip. And it was a Missy size 14. It was just 99 cents, and you have the lines on the paper. This is like, oh, look, I got a straight tin in here. Be careful. Be careful when you're digging through these. They had a whole little drawer full, and I just picked up 2 that had some nice patina and some nice images on the front. This one I did not see a date, but it looked 50s, and I found one image on, when I searched it online, and it said 1950s. So I was like, well, I already knew that. But this is from Advance. It's 69.09, and back in the 50s, it was 35 cents. Unless you were in Canada, it was 40 cents. But I'm not too familiar with Advance. I know Simplicity and like McCall's. All right, so that was the second trip, and I also picked up one book on that second trip. I actually remember my parents have this on the shelf, a book from this series, Practical English. And so if you've been watching my channel, you know I majored in education. I'm a teacher, but my specialization was English, and I teach math, so go figure. But in here, you have diagramming sentences. I actually enjoyed that. Um, uh, I thought that was fun. To get a little upset if I did it wrong, or let a sentence get the better of me or something. But I actually enjoyed grammar and all the things that go with it. So I picked this up. I didn't see volume 1, but I do remember this like spine One of my parents had to have had it, I'm guessing, in college. And this is from this particular book is 1961. So yeah, this will become used in some journals. All right, guys. And it looks like there are signatures in here that are sewn in. So we take that apart, and then we can use this for a journal. All right, so that was from the second trip. All right, the first trip, put that out of the way. The first trip, I was really surprised. I used to sell creative memories. So when I see some out in the wild, especially new um, or rarely used items, I'm going to pick it up. And the first thing I found was the cutting board. It even still has, um, the cardboard in it and everything. It's still in the packaging, and it had the 3 blades. It was in there, just in the middle of all my moving stuff around. It came out, but it does have all 3 blades in there for $1.99, you guys. Got all 3 blades. Now I have one of these mats. I have these blades, but I don't know where they are. When we moved from North Carolina, they all got packed up somewhere, and they didn't get put with my other scrapbook stuff. So somewhere I had these. I have this, and I have all the circles and ovals. Um, they're all hanging out somewhere in a tote in storage in North Carolina. So, all right, so that's that. And then speaking of creative memories, kind of all there. I guess someone donated some of their stuff, but oh, hang on, everything's falling now. There's those 12 by 12 page protectors, 99 cents. And yeah, these go for a hot dollar these days. But while I don't actively scrapbook right now, I do have some things I need to finish. And then they have these, the shortcuts. And 99 cents, you guys. So you can use this on lots of stuff. Scrapbooking, junk journaling. And so that's what you get. You get the long strips. You get the like a rectangle, which is back here. You get the smaller rectangle, and then you get the triangle pieces. So that's exciting. It's 200 shapes in there. All right, let's put that to the side. And on the first trip, over in the office supplies, so craft supplies are right next to office supplies. They had this planner. It is 2021. I don't plan on planning. Look at that. Just nice pages, These can come out and be used for junk journal pages. And this belonged to Mary Jane. It was a gift from Aaron and Paul in 2020. And I guess Mary Jane didn't want to use it. So I don't see, because I thought that was handwriting when I first went through it, but that's just a little quote. And so that's nice. And then you can save the outside for another journal, but that was $1.99. All right. Also over there in that same section, it says stamps. And I've been looking. These are, just hard to find, you guys. But this is for a stamp collection. And you can use those little cards if you want. But I just wanted a place to, the little pockets to hold some stamps so they're easier to find. So this has, let's see, 12 on one side. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 120 spots for stamps. And I guess if they're like duplicates, you could put them in the same pocket. So while that's not exciting to have, Daffy and Sylvester and Bugs and Wile E. Coyote on the front. I am excited about those pages inside. So that's that. Digging through a container, I found some just gray parchment envelopes, 24-pound for $1.99. Let me know how many are still in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23. And there were 50, 23, 24, 25. So half the box was used, half of it, $1.99, not bad. And these are, don't have the self-sealing stickers, you have to wet it. And then I'm always looking for these big index cards. These make nice journal cards. And these have definitely seen some aging there, especially where the wrapper was. But $1.99 is a little pricey for index cards, but these are 5x8. I'm pretty sure almost all 100 are in there because there doesn't look like much of a gap there in the packaging. And then another thing on that first trip here, let me move this. I found this atlas because I'm always finding travel stuff, and it didn't have a price. I put it in my little cart, and then when I checked out, I asked, and she said 99 cents. I was like, all right, I'll take it. But now I have plenty of maps. I like that this has got plenty of greens and kind of orangey, some yellows, some tans, and then you got Canada in the back. Quebec. And then lots of index, lots of other stuff that you can use to, journal with. And these are not too terribly thin, but not, super thick either. Some nice pictures. So 99 cents, you guys. So check out your thrift shops. All right. So then, let's see. Yeah, I didn't leave the store with bags. I left with boxes. I've always been on the lookout for adding machine tape. There were 2 rolls. I just picked up one. This one was in better condition. 49 cents. And then, okay, so now we're to the books. Cookbooks. Now this one I actually probably will just keep as a cookbook. Well, the first 2. Because it's a local, and I actually collect cookbooks. And my favorite are these that come out like as fundraisers. I like these, so I have a bunch from North Carolina. I have a bunch from Louisiana. And I've been slowly collecting ones from around here in East Texas. And here's the other one, which my daughter is in this organization, but this is from 2000. So she wasn't even born yet. So this is neat. I'm sure a lot of these have, if you pick up one, you pick up a different one. They all have very similar recipes in there. May have just different names to them. But, okay, that's my cookbooks that I picked up. Oh, I also picked this up, but I didn't pick this up for recipes. I picked this up to use in my journaling. Because look at this nice patina 1, 2, 3 crab. Baked chip snapper. Wiener schnitzel. So this book is from, let's see if we can find a 1981. I wasn't even 10 yet. Bushmills Flamed Steak. So it does use, brand name stuff in there. Excuse me. All right, I'm, 2 weeks in, you guys. I'm almost over with this cough. By the time you're watching it, hopefully it's all gone. All right, so then I went to the books. All right, here's what I found in the book department. The Sheik, how you pronounce that? And this is copyright 1921, you guys. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is funny. There's a name that's familiar to me. Anyways, so I says Gaston. Is that you, Gaston? Well, look, guys, a bonus. Saturday, Sunday, 6 eggs, 40 cents. I'm gonna have to scan this, you guys. Glenwood Street, spinach, carrots, beans. Evelyn Roach, Kelly, hamburger, pork chops, fish cakes, bread, coffee? Question mark. I don't think coffee's ever a question mark, is it? French dressing, meatloaf, grapefruit, milk, vegetables, and then all the prices. I wish prices were like that still today. I wish I knew when she wrote that. All right, so that book is 1921. All right, and this book was Hangover Square. Look at the aging on these pages. Schizophrenia. This is 1941. So I totally got this one for this lovely coloring on the pages and these covers, or yeah, that's what they're called. All right, this one's called Light in the Sky. It's a pretty like light sagey green. This is from 1948. I like this one because the text is kind of tight. You don't have a lot of spacing between the lines. So when you're collaging with paper or pages like that, it covers really well. And you got some pages like that. That's good for stamping on, making labels. All right, the Moonflower Vine. This is kind of reminds me of classroom, school classroom green. The paint inside the school I went to. This is from 1962. And some nice tight text again. This must be like a story in a story, or several stories, because I see the numbers go up and then they go back down. But if I can get to it. Isn't that lovely? I like that page. All right, Drums of the Night, Norma Patterson. This is from 1935. Look at the aging on that paper. And the nice thing about some of these too is you have that when you trim off the edges, that makes for nice size labels. All right, and this one was a teacher's edition of Much Majesty. Which was 1968 from Harcourt Brace. So this is a teacher's book. So these green pages are neat. You're doing something with greens. And then you got the actual stories over here. Those illustrations are great, especially if you're doing collaging, like if you do Marguerite Miller's collaging, you need something with squirrels. Oh, look, there's a poem, 5 Little Squirrels. There were 3 ghostesses sitting on postesses, eating butter toastuses and greasing their fistuses right up to their wristuses. Weren't they beastuses to make such feastuses? Armadillo. Oh yeah, y'all remember? I'm guessing that's what he's doing, drinking out of like the water pump, but growing up drinking out of the water hose. Anyway, so oh, train tracks. Cat. Oh, there we go. We got some animals in a canoe. Rabbit's like, I'm not gonna row. You do it. Sit back, relax. Frog's like, I can just jump in the water. Oh, well, there they go. Fell into the water. Anyways, okay, so that's what I picked up at the local thrift shop. All right, hang tight. All right, so yesterday I ran to Michael's because I actually had a $5 reward I needed to use up for the end of the month. So while I had an opportunity, I ran over there. Their Halloween and fall stuff is on sale. So here's what I picked up. For Halloween, I just grabbed one of these baking cup packs. I thought I would keep a couple for crafting, but then actually, bake something, or my husband bake something. And then, we're always looking for doilies. I found these like skull doilies. Thought that was kind of cool. There are 12 in there. But you can like cut them apart, and just use one. So thought that was neat. And these were, I believe this was 60% off. All right. And then I'm always looking for stuff for prizes for my students they earn points for whatever, for different things. And when they spend their points. So I found these little Suncatcher Thanksgiving kits. Originally $1.99, and these were like 60% off as well. All right. And I'm not going to show you, but I did get 2 of those like big 12 by 12 iris type cases. It's the Michaels brand. Is it like Tidy Totes or Simply Tidy or something like that? But I picked up 2 of those. Those are on sale for $4 and some change. I think it was $4.99, but I get the teacher discount, so I think they came out to like $4.25 for me or something like that. And then paper was still on sale, so I picked up this one it's called Seaside, and it's got these, it's like sand. So there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got this like the blue, the green, yellow, this darker sand, and this lighter sand. This one's more yellow tone. This one's more red tone. If I had to describe it, cooler, warmer, maybe. Okay. And then I've been watching everyone's videos, and they've been sharing the Christmas paper. And I was like, okay. And I don't know why I had a hard time finding it. I walked right by it when I came in the store. I didn't get big 12 by 12 pads because I started to. Then I started thinking, well, I always break it down into smaller pieces. So they had smaller pads. So I got the 6 by 6. And I also use these for in the past, not necessarily these because these are two-sided, but the Hobby Lobby ones to make origami craft in my classroom. But I don't think I'm going to do that this year. It was a challenging craft with my top 5th grade, and the 4th graders are having, after 2 years, it's been quite the struggle with the folding and all the steps. So we may try something different this year. Anyways, these Recollections paper pads, 6x6. I believe these were either 40 or 50% off, and then plus teacher discount. But there's 24 sheets. They are, like I said, double-sided, and so it's like gingham with snow on it. You get 2 of each. Okay, we'll go this direction, and then we'll turn it to candy canes, ornaments, Scandinavian or Norwegian print, presents, some snowflakes, holly, snowman, snowflakes, like in a diamond pattern, stripes. That just looks like red, almost like something red that's been like red tissue paper that had water splattered on it. That's what it looks like. There's some like light gray and white gingham. All right, let's go the other way. Now you get the page with the little cards, little tags, little cut apart strips there. Looks like hot cocoa mugs. Some more of the Scandinavian print plaid. Some 4 cards. A big piece. I probably wouldn't use that side. What's the other side? Bows. Snow family. What's the other side of that one? That's the ornaments. Holly and Jolly. Candy canes on the back. There's the snowman. And more snowman. All right, so there's that one. And then there's always the blue winter one. So you get 2, same thing, 2 of each, 24, same price. Well, that's pretty. So the nice thing about the blue ones are, you can use it for Christmas, but it can go well into winter. There's the little cut apart strips, ornaments, cut apart pieces. All right, let's flip it around. Trees, like snowfall paper. Those like little tiny stars. Guess I can hold it up closer. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Stripes. Little flowers. It's like wallpaper. Flowers. And more floral stuff. All right, and then there's this one. This one's called Cottage Christmas. This was Frosted Juniper. This one was Safe Freeze. All right, it's got some plaid. So these are more vintagey looking patterns. Little cabin, little house in the snow. Like a quilt. That's a really dark green. I know against this gray down here on my desk, it looks kind of gray, but it's like a really dark green. All right, flip it this way. Oops. Quilt, red, music, dots, stripes. Ho ho, Merry Christmas. Some holly, some more plaid, some wood grain. All right, that was Cottage Christmas. Christmas plaids. Same thing, same price. Yeah, I like when you get two of a page, so you can use one side and then you can use the other side. This is peppermint stripe. There was, I think it's this one has a lot of reds and pinks in it. I think it was maybe the first 12 by 12 pack I picked up. So there's some numbers if you guys are doing an advent calendar or you're doing a like Christmas daily or December daily. Um, and on that big scale, I just don't like all the pink in my Christmas. It's not as noticeable to me in this smaller pad of paper. There's some pink holly. All right, and then, you know, these are in those like middle of the aisle type situations, and you turn like a little corner on that stand, and they have all the die cuts. So this is the Noel or Christmas, and you get just like two of each of these. So you could totally turn them into tags if you wanted to on a gift, or they could be your focus on a card. This one is I thought that was called Christmas. Well, this one's called Christmas. I guess it doesn't have a name. All right. They just have numbers. And these were $4.99 and then minus the percent off and then teacher discount. All right, so this one is the blue. There's two of each of those. And same thing here. 24 pieces in there, two of each. You know, you could even use some of these, like you could even cover up Merry Christmas with a piece of paper, but like the pine cones and down here, the tree with the deer, you know, use them in other collages or work. All right, and then I only picked up one thing of stickers, and it goes with that first die cut set. There's 303, but you have letters. They're all plaid, foily letters. On paper, that would be cut apart, but those are just, you know, the strips. These are red, black, and white. Those stickers, and you can even just put these on gifts. A nutcracker there. It's kind of a really dark gray background to me. I don't think it's green. Could be wrong. Could be green, but it's dark green. There's more numbers if you're doing a December daily. Some trees. Tags to and from. Cardinal. So, and I don't know about your store, but they only have like one or two. So I don't know if they're running out and they were a whole bunch. And, you know, when I wasn't going in and looking at stuff, did they, you know, just have a run on paper or are they only putting out a few at a time? So how does your store fare when it comes to, you know, the new holiday or new collections? But that's my Michael's haul. And I think it turned out great. And they had other crafty things, but I have fourth graders, so that's like 9 year. Some are for 8 turning 9, some are 9 turning 10. So some of the crafts were maybe too babyish for them. So we'll see how those go. And then those doilies, I was excited to see those. And they had a spider one, but I didn't. Well, it was just like a web, I guess. But I didn't care for that. And I have another haul coming up because I did get some more things off of Goodwill, shopgoodwill.com or shopgoodwillonline.com. And I just have one more thing to come in. So when that comes in, I'll get that video recorded. So, all right, I appreciate you and your time. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. And I appreciate you coming back, and I love all the feedback. Thanks for the encouragement that you are giving me. All right, guys. Until the next one, bye bye.